What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cheap Drinks and Cheap Codes, episode 30. This week is going to be a little lighter than last week.
We're actually drinking? Holy shit.
I am today.
Oh.
That's a good day.
No, not today.
Well, fill it. No, fill it. That's enough.
Sponsored by Frazzle. Mango Slushy.
Mango Slushy.
Unofficially sponsored by Schlafly Brewing.
Schlafly.
Yeah, boy.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit lighter than last week. Last week was hefty as fuck. But we got a little news this week that Ubisoft is doing their forward live stream thingy. So we can speculate, talk. A couple things have already been announced, so that's cool. First thing we got up here is the Gods and Monster. They renamed it to something completely different. Because why? Why would you?
Is it supposed to be Phoenix or Fenyx?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's Fenyx, which I think is a fox.
Wait.
Like if you held the gun to my head, I was like, pronounce this motherfucker.
Slurpee, thanks for the 2 months.
Oh, you here forever.
Appreciate you.
The world might not even be here in 2 months, but we gonna be here streaming live from the underworld.
No, I think it's Phoenix Rising. I think it's just a weird way.
I had to Google it. I don't know. Conjures gentleness. Okay, moving on.
Anyway, okay. Real quick. So this is what has me nervous. Is in this quote they said much has changed since the E3 2019 demo in terms of features, tone, art, and character design, and even the name. So it's
a whole new game.
Everything. They
just
literally
a different
were like,
game.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, Captain. I don't even remember this game from fucking E3.
You do. It was the Zelda-ish clone. It literally looked like Zelda.
Are you talking about Gods and Monsters?
Yeah.
Wait, so now it's called something else?
Yeah.
That's Phil. Where the fuck? Wake up. We're here.
He started drinking long before the stream started.
Yeah, so for everyone watching and Phil, Gods and Monsters is a different game now.
I didn't read it correctly because I was just reading the parentheses to get Phoenix Rising for everybody.
No, that's fair. So yeah, we are gonna get a second look, but that little blurb just had me like blatantly confused. I was like, yo, so it's just gonna be completely different.
It's just a new game altogether.
Yeah, it looked interesting from 2019. It literally looked like a Zelda-esque open world, same art style. That's all we really got. He was about to fight like a.
I don't remember any of this.
Oh well, that sucks. But it looks.
That was supposed to come out in February.
Yeah, remember Ubisoft delayed all their games. They pushed back literally every game that existed that they had on the dock. So so we will probably get a release date and hopefully some visuals to go off of. You'd imagine. Again, that is next week at 8:00. So literally next week, today of next week at 8:00. So maybe we'll do something a little different. Maybe we'll live do that instead of a regular thing. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it a week after. We'll figure it out. Anyway, more stuff to that. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time remake, possibly going to get teased at this exact same event. Obviously, Ubisoft is really jerking with us with this because all we want is a new Prince of Persia game and a new Splinter Cell game. And they're just like, no.
Here's Splinter Cell in Siege.
No.
You're not getting a new Splinter Cell. I'm sorry.
Ever. Just literally ever. And I don't understand. What's up, Phil?
I will say, with Prince of Persia, I like their not remake or reboot really. It was just like a reimagining.
Yeah.
That was like the cell shaded graphics.
I remember that one. That one looked cool.
I wish they would just go back to that.
Yeah.
Because that ended up being a really, really fun game. Even though at first, at the time, I was like, this isn't Prince of Persia. But it ended up being really, really cool.
Here's my thing.
Just another movie. Didn't they do like a Prince of Persia movie that was like a really shitty reboot?
I was like 12, and I didn't make that movie. But again, I was like 12.
Jake Gyllenhaal did his own stunts.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Ubisoft also does Assassin's Creed, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Assassin's Creed. Now, literally, new game, Prince of Persia, Prince of Persia universe with all the Assassin's Creed-esque mechanics, but just with the ability to rewind and do all that cool shit. Like, sign me up. Like a Ghost of Tsushima, Assassin's Creed clone, that kind of parry combat from Assassin's Creed. He already does parkour hardcore in a deserty, sandy, cool world that you could also, do time stuff. Like, sign me up. I don't understand. I'm okay with a remake, but remake is a huge thing nowadays. It could be just, we already talked about this before. It could be Elder Scrolls Water, or it could be
Crash Bandicoot.
Resident Evil. Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Yeah. Wasn't Prince of Persia like more platformy than it was like Assassin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I remember from it.
They could give it the God of War treatment, where they just changed it a little bit.
I think they should remake the NES Prince of Persia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
just dungeon crawler. Yeah, it's fine.
Side scroll. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm totally with it. But yeah, so that's just a rumor that it's definitely coming out, but we're hoping we'll see something again from the Ubisoft forward event. So that's just more on that, which should be cool. Other things that we should hopefully get to hear about is the Rainbow Six Quarantine. I don't think they showed much at the last one. Same thing with the Skull and Bones and Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I need just a sliver of Skull and Bones information so I can get back on that hype train.
Beyond Good and Evil just kind of like
they're still working on it. They're still working on it. Apparently, the main director is like, "Yo, we're doing it still, bro."
They had like this big announcement. That would have been like 2 or 3 years ago, where it's like we're gonna have people from the community do artwork for it.
Yeah,
all you gotta do is like apply and send your portfolio.
Just a bunch of furries and shit.
Yeah, I want to see some Skull and Bones stuff. I think that game also kind of got the what is it now called? Link's Rising or whatever. I already forgot.
Fenyx Rising.
It got shelved, is what.
Immortals Fenyx Rising. Well, I didn't get shelved. I think they literally went back to the drawing board. They were like, "Oh, never mind."
But I don't know why, because you're talking about Skull and Bones, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Everybody was hype.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. You should only do that if people have like a Sonic level reaction.
I mean, something must have messed up in the process, I guess. So.
Real pirates showed up.
Well, yeah, I mean they could, because they were kind of riding the hype of Black Flag, and that's what this game was supposed to be. Because it's Ubisoft, they own it, so they're like. Whoop.
What other big games came out or were announced around that time?
A lot. That was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was also E3 2019.
They probably shelved it for a different title.
No idea. They just said that they did, in a quote, we talked about it forever ago, that they said they kind of went back to the drawing board a little bit. So we'll see. I'm excited for everything they have to talk about. I enjoyed the last Ubisoft Forward, so I should enjoy this one. We shall see. I liked the format that they did. It was really just bang, bang, bang. Like they didn't really do any nonsense. So I liked it. It was cool. I was with it. But that's it for the Ubisoft portion of this event that we're talking about here. We'll see next Thursday, 8 o'clock. I believe it's 8 o'clock. Let me double check.
No,
I gotta get my time zones. Because it keeps messing with me.
It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 3. So we'll just watch it live, and we'll react. That sounds perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, BST. That's what I saw. 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. That's bitch standard time.
I don't even know what that is. Next
British.
on the duck. Is it British?
Okay.
Xbox does something cool recently. We are going to be looking at this new show the boxes, because I want to talk about the
Show the boxes.
Okay,
show the boxes.
Josh wants to show off that cool little symbol.
Well, yeah, it's the symbol. So now if you see that little logo in the bottom right of all this Xbox gear, that basically means it's going to be compatible with PC, any future Xbox stuff, and the current. So Xbox Ones, Xbox S, Xbox X, Xbox A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I just realized that they're just using a bunch of numbers and letters, and it annoys me. I don't know why.
That's how the English language is made up.
Yeah, no, I'm there.
Numbers and letters.
I want to know where they're getting that now. Like the one.
Well, I mean, it was the Xbox, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, because that makes sense. Not the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
So, I think they're just like throwing like darts at a board with different names. It's like Xbox.
That would make sense.
No, it's the dolphin tank from Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Wait, that's South Park making fun of Family
Making
Guy.
fun of Family Guy. Yeah.
You just broke like 3 walls. But yeah, so designed for Xbox, and I'm with this. Like, I like compatibility. It makes sense. Everything should do it more often, but not gimmicky. Like, remember when Seagate had the Xbox hard drives, and it was like, bro, this is the same thing. But
Oh yeah.
I was like, remember, Brandon? I just think it's really cool. The more compatibility, the better. I'm with it. So if you see that logo, you know what it means, though. It'll work for everything.
I will say
That's
one
nice.
thing. Like, this is like headset wise. Like, since my headset, plugs in with 3.5 millimeter jack, I could plug it into my PS4 controller and it would just work.
It's iffy. Sometimes, like, there was a little while there for when PS4 came out, it only worked with Sony headphones.
Yeah,
my PS4 did. So I don't know what technology they used to do that, but it definitely was the case. So
didn't the original Xbox One's controllers have a different size jack?
Yeah, they had like a 1.5 or some shit like that.
Yeah, they carried their own proprietary jack. I think it's what killed them in the beginning.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's
yeah, because then they sold the little $15 adapter that converted it from 1.5 to 3.5.
They hit you with that Apple program.
Mm-hmm.
That Apple. Well, now everybody does it.
You want to charge and listen to headphones at the same time? The $30 dongle.
Buy AirPods, you peasant.
Basically. But that's really cool. Alongside more Microsoft news, I think this is hilarious. Because as we know, it's a hard rumor that there's going to be the Xbox X, which is the standard hardcore one, and then the S, which Microsoft has not announced yet, but we've definitely seen like 15 different things for it. This dude in Twitter basically got a newer controller, like a protection plan type deal from Xbox, and inside the controller for his Game Pass brochure, he got this, and it clearly says Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Windows 10. So it's like, bruh, like, it's clearly a thing. Everyone thinks it's going to be a downgraded version, not as powerful. We already kind of talked about if that's even a smart thing type scenario. But mainly it's just like, hey, it super exists. Like, it's not even like a rumor at this point.
It's there.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the differences are between the X and the S. Because I am like, if it's like $200 cheaper, but like has no power, if it's just like I just don't understand what it could be. I feel like at that point it would just be
it's going to be their
the
streaming
one
box.
That is okay. You're making points. So you just buy that and then have Game Pass.
Yeah,
and that's
the
it.
cloud steer.
Yeah. Sure, let's go for it. That works.
I can see that.
Fucking using his brain over here. This man's predicting the future.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all Xbox exclusive games are on Game Pass. Like they said, Halo's gonna be on Game Pass. So. That makes sense. And
Justin's going to get assassinated. He's not going to be here in the next stream.
You're gonna get, it's just going to be Phil Spencer in that popped collar, like
with a fucking bat.
Hey, 4-inch popped collar.
Hit you with some.
The cyberpunk music is going to be playing.
He's got a pop collar. He opens the door and he just pops an additional collar, and it's just like way over his fucking head.
He's like, "Who told you?"
It's just 3 Xbox Series X's taped together.
It gets real here. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. Hopefully Microsoft will announce something. There is no PlayStation or Microsoft event scheduled at all whatsoever.
Even though we were supposed to get one every month till the release.
Yeah. Even everyone thought Sony was going to do another one in August. So
I mean, and the other thing is, I saw it posted. It showed how long before the launch of the console, PlayStation's, how long it was like that they announced it.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 4 was like 5 months. The 3 was 6. It fluctuates between like 5 and 7 months.
Yeah.
We haven't heard a word.
Yo, it's literally gonna be like 2 months. They're gonna be like, oh,
I think it's gonna be like a week. Just like
they're gonna pull a Nintendo, but just for the actual console itself.
Yeah.
Hope you had the money.
I thought it was going to be by August, so I'm already out of it. Like I have no bet in this. I'm just like whatever. Yeah, at this point, I'm just like save your money. When it comes out, it comes out. At this point, I think it's going to be pre-order hell. I think they're all going to Nintendo Switch, and there's just not going to be any of them, and it's just going to be a reselling nightmare. But whatever, who cares?
And Phil and I will be over here just playing Baldur's Gate, like bitches.
Actually, I'll be playing Cyberpunk by that point. So.
He's not wrong.
Motherfucker.
And Baldur's Gate.
There you
That
go.
means I still gotta wait for my PS5 to play Cyberpunk.
You are?
I'm still indecisive about it.
Nah, man.
Just
Buy
pre-order,
3,000
get that
gin.
Steelbook. Pre-order through Best Buy. You get a Steelbook for Cyberpunk. Do it.
But I kind of want to get it for like the new PlayStation, like when I play it on my TV, like see it in the big screen.
Do you not have an HDMI cable?
Yeah, but why? That's not gonna work like
It
that.
has a free upgrade. You could play it on your PS4, and then when you get the PS5, free upgraded.
There's that. Or like Brandon said, you get an Xbox controller and HDMI to your TV, and then
Right.
That's true.
With a 3000 series Nvidia graphics card that'll play it at 8K, 60 frames per second. See,
more on that later.
Yeah, get some subs. Maybe I'll dish one out.
Today we did get. I'm already tempted. We did get the Nintendo Mario Showcase. It is their 35th anniversary. Get hype.
Yes, Slurpee. What's up, Jeff?
Whoa. What's up, Jeff? How you feeling, bro?
How you feeling, bro? Super Mario.
I like this
Sunshine.
Game & Watch.
Mario.
I need the Game & Watch is pretty cool.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
that's pretty legit.
This nice little article via Kotaku kind of highlights everything, so we'll just kind of scroll through. You get this novelty handheld. This is fire. Coming November 13th. No price tag, but I guess if you're into that kind of thing, it looks cool.
It'd probably be like 40. I feel like.
I mean, this is just.
You'd hope it'd be like 40.
I was gonna say this is just a nice little grab for Christmas. Literally, that's what this is because it's just like all their what are they called?
Yeah, the classic remakes.
What were they? The Super Nintendo? I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
the classic and then the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
They just call them
So
minis. Yeah.
I can see this being like $50, and it'll just be a nice little stocking stuffer, and it's gonna be hilarious because $50 for this, it should cost like $3 because it's just some plastic and a ROM on it, or an emulator, I should say, of one thing. Yeah. But it's dope. Get it. Next, we got the long rumored collection. You bought one of those, Phil?
Yeah. After they stopped making them, I got it through GameStop. So the price on those are like skyrocketing because Nintendo just stopped making them.
I need to get my SNES one still.
Yeah, they don't make those
ever again. Next, we
I
got.
can find them on the market.
Let me talk about Super Mario All-Stars.
Okay.
This is cool. Super Mario 64, which is my favorite of them all. The only one I really played. Super Mario Sunshine and Galaxy. All three. And this is what's gonna make it or break it for me, really, if I get it. It's coming to the Switch with air quote higher resolution and optimized for the Nintendo Switch. That makes me nervous because it's not very hard to optimize something for the Nintendo Switch in the first place. So I hope they do a little bit like Super Mario 64 is an old fucking game. And I guess it's 50-50. You have those people that are going to want it to look kind of rough and tough and have that same feel. And then there's people like me that I want it to be a little bit crisper, a little bit cleaner.
They just need to fix the camera. I'll be happy if they fix the camera. It was ass.
That could be part of the optimization is fixing the camera.
Yeah, because that camera was
like playing like normal controller when it was meant for that
middle stick. Yeah, it had to use the middle stick for the fucking camera
movement.
But it was just
wasn't it the buttons on the side that moved the camera? Like
if you wanted to do like the 90-degree turns, yeah. But like you had to position, like in order to get up into certain places, you had to do that fucking backflip. And it was hard as hell to get close enough to the wall because as soon as you hit the wall, the camera would just like, it would just be looking straight up. You'd just be looking at Mario's taint.
Yeah, it was gross. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah,
it was rough.
It was grimy. This next one is freaking awesome. I think it's really funny. They're making a new Mario Kart game that you literally can map out with your house and play in your house. In the picture here, you can see it's literally your house. Like you can see it. And that's just hilarious, which also means I feel like hopefully it's customizable. So you can make like some crazy like Rainbow Road type shit, like in your kitchen.
Right.
Which would be hilarious. They didn't highlight it too much, but it's still just dope. / it might be expensive because you use your Mario Kart Live home circuit like kit. I think it comes with really, and
Fucking labos.
see.
They're gonna send you a
That's
bunch
what
of.
I'm saying.
They're gonna send you a bunch of cardboard pieces and like
Yeah.
make a track. It's crazy.
Yeah. Build your own track, scum.
Oh, but
But
and I only thought of this because I have a nephew that plays with these like tracks for his like train sets and his cars. You build that, and then it would be Mario Kart as you're driving on like a Hot Wheels track.
yeah. Ooh.
But it'll be made of cardboard. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it maps yet, but it looks really cool, especially if you can make maps much like Super Mario Maker and be like, "Hey, play at my house." I mean, that might get a little weird if you're like
play my house.
Yeah, I mean, people are just like, "What's that sock doing on the door?" Like,
see Justin's mom in the background. She's like, catch that ass on round 8. You know what I mean?
Basically, it might get weird, but the concept is really cool. I like it. Next, we got a port of browsers. What now? Just another port.
I don't know what that one is.
Yeah, Super Mario 3D World. It'll be cool.
That's really fun. Is the Wii U one game?
Bowser's Fury. Okay.
All the
That was
ports.
a Wii.
The most important thing.
Yeah, this is really cool. If you're a fan of the newer Tetris games where you can, play like 100 people and eliminate them, it's the exact same thing but Mario Battle Royale. This is like the smartest idea ever. It just I like it a lot because I'm not a huge Tetris fan, but I like even that idea in Tetris where it's like you can see all the people on the sides of the screens and you're knocking people out. It's the exact same thing. It's in quotes here. Enemies defeated will be sent to other players' courses. And that's just funny. It'll be really cool. I'm excited. I don't know if I'd buy it. It's more of like an experience. Like I feel like I play it once and never play it again, like Mario Maker.
I mean, something like this, they might just put up, like, you might have to get their online subscription to have access, like they do with their NES Classic and SNES Classic and Tetris 99. You have to have their online service, but for $20 a year, it's not really like
for shitty lag service. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
I've played a couple things online. It wasn't bad. Yeah, I played Monster Hunter Generations online. It wasn't terrible.
I've been scorned by. I guess it was always free, so I didn't care. But yeah, what are you guys most excited about and all that?
Those
definitely the remakes.
64 Sunshine Galaxy.
For sure.
Yeah. I would want to be excited for the Battle Royale, but like Brandon said, I'm not paying
I
for the
care
online
less about the Battle Royale.
The only reason why I'm
Go
ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead. That was it. Like it's cool, but like the Battle Royale market is already swamped.
Oh, well, it's not
even like a true Battle Royale. I think you just outlive people.
But the minute they're like, we need to come up with a new idea for something, then they just Super Mario Battle Royale, and it's just whatever new game they're like, let's throw a Battle Royale mode into it.
If they were smart, the next Mario Kart game would just have a Battle Royale mode.
It does. It's the balloon rate.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I mean. But that's like 2v2, and it hasn't been like optimized. Justin's so angry right
now. Yeah, bitch. No, it's not.
Now we've all been there.
I think it'll be cool just because I watch Grand Pooh Bear. He's a speedrunner for Red Bull, and I think it'll be hilarious to just watch him running like traditional Mario courses against a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Siege, the Marios.
Yeah, I'm quite excited. But also the cool thing is the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. But again, I really want to see this optimized and higher resolution situation that they're talking about. But we'll see. I bet it'll be great on your Switch, like handheld. But if you pop that boy on your TV, I don't want it to Witcher 3 me and just be like, ugh. So, but I'm really excited. But that's pretty much all the highlights from the Mario Showcase. There's a couple things that they talked about with that game, the Mario Tour, which I have absolutely no desire to talk about, and a couple other things. But that's the nitty gritty of that. It is what it is. Next, this dev talked about the PS5 console. This came out September 1st, so 2 days ago, and he used the word SSD a lot. It was like every other word.
That is what they're selling. That they're super fast.
Yeah.
SSD.
I just thought this was worth talking about just because it came out 2 days ago, but it basically just highlights what we already have heard a million times. Like, and this is funny to me. I am interested. This near instant load time. I'm like, one, I don't care, but also I'm just like, I really am curious. Like if I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, where I did fast travel a decent amount. Like if I was going somewhere and it was a decent amount, it took us the load time was like 1 or 2 tips on the screen. Then the game was hard. If it's literally like hit it and then bloop, I'm in there. That is interesting to me. I have a PC. It does it already, but it's like whatever. But it's a really good read, and we'll have the link in the description for YouTube and stuff. But it's a couple, it just highlights all the SSD stuff. I don't know what else to tell you. It looks really cool. And then there's this Tempest 3D audio tech thing. Are you guys familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not with the Tempest one. I was rather interested in this. What they're saying is real 3D audio.
Yeah, it's just more 3D audio where it can do highly accurate audio. Plus, this is what I'm more interested in: the highly accurate audio positioning. So like I play my PS5 or PS4. I'm in the future. My PS4 in a surround sound. So if they could just make that sound cooler, sign me up. Like if just more engines for that kind of stuff and audio, or people that just play on a TV and you want it to sound cooler like that, I'm down for. If they can also integrate that with the controller. I love an audio experience, and that's what I really like about the PS5's exclusivity games recently. Like it literally will be like, hey, how do you want it to look? Hey, what are you playing on? Like, what audio do you have? And that's 4 years ago. That wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. But I'll link it in the comments for here too. But it'll definitely be in the description for YouTube. But it's a pretty long article, but it's a good one. It's worth watching or reading because they even highlight certain games. Like, hey, this is what it might be for this game. This is what it might be for this game. Yeah, I'm with it.
Cool.
I'm down.
Yeah.
But that. Oh no, I lied. There is no speedrun yet. It is the Nvidia Event.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Slurpee, you can pay attention. Basically, I need to buy one of these. Now, I did the cliff notes. I feel like Phil and Brandon, you watched more of this than me. I just did a little bit of it and was like, oh, it's like that, and it made me mad that I have a 2080.
Really?
Well,
It's
yeah.
not like I bought a 2060 like I don't know 3 months ago.
That's fair. How much was that? Unless you don't want to reveal.
That was a little under 4.
That's not terrible.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but it's not like I needed to upgrade for Cyberpunk, and
Yeah, but
prices
he
were
could have
dropping.
spent an extra $100 and gotten a
Yeah.
prices
30,
were dropping.
30,
And this is
60.
why, because
Yeah.
they wanted people to wait for this new one. If they would have announced this a few months ago, I'd be like pre-order 3070 right now.
Yeah. All right. So do you guys want to do the cliff notes, or do you want me to do? Because I know like super cliff notes. Again, you guys watched it.
Yeah, no, I mean you can do the cliff notes and then we can tag in anything else that we see.
Okay. Yeah, because basically what I saw, it's just, I mean, you got the 3090, the 3080, and the 3070, correct? Those are the new 3.
Yeah.
And without all the, I mean, without the techno babble, they fast as fuck. As fuck. And
Don't
what were
be
they?
fast.
They were like 12 to 18, right? I gotta find the price points. I lost it.
12 to
just had
18? Nah, dog. They started
No, they're
5.
5,
5, 7, and 15.
7, and 15.
What did I look at? I'm drunk.
I don't know what you looked at.
I had it up and it's gone now. I must have had the wrong thing up.
Yeah, 5, 7, and 15 for
Oh,
price
yeah.
tags.
I got it right here. Yeah, that's dummy cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the 3080 does the 4K at 60, and then the 3070, yeah.
It's 4K at 60. Like it can do that easily. They showed with their new RTX on of Death Stranding at 4K at 140 plus hertz frames per second. So it can still do very highly graphical things better than that. It's just saying 4K 60, you're going to get it on everything, no matter what.
Right.
But it will boost past that pretty easily.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm drunk on those prices. I apologize. I don't know what I screen captured earlier because I'm a crazy person. But so the biggest thing to me is, and if you're on Reddit, you're like PC Master Race, how angry should we be? Like Phil just said, like people who just bought like a 2080 Ti, or like you just bought a 2060.
I will say mine is a 2060 Super, so it is boosted up past a normal 2060 pretty well, and it's got like a few hundred more CUDA cores, which are the GPUs, logic processing. Um, like, yeah, this sucks, but for me, I always get the super version. So
Yeah.
EVGA, which is the one I tend to get, they might have theirs a few $100 more because they have a better cooling unit and it's boosted. So in the end, I probably still would have held off. So for me, like, I'm like, crap, but these are the stock unit prices, so it's up in the air.
I think it's even. I'm sorry, Brendan.
I was gonna say, I think they should really. I don't know. I really feel like they should try to do like a rebate type program where you can mail in your card and then buy a card from them, because I'm pretty sure they've done things like that in the before, because I had to AMA a card previously, and I sent them a card and then paid them $200 over the phone, and they mailed me a better card.
Yeah, because if you, I'm trying to think. Yeah, because if you you register these, I'm pretty sure I registered mine with like the
With a
Nvidia
serial
thing.
number.
So they know when you got it, and there should definitely be some kind of like buyback, because it's just, I don't know, man, it seems messed up. Like I bought a pre-built with the 2080 in it like a year or two ago, and it wasn't that much. That was my money's worth, because it was a whole computer, and like Phil, like you bought, it was $400. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
If I
to
just,
be able to just spend $100 extra to get 3 times as much graphics card, they should be able to comp a little bit.
Yeah, but it's good for the future of gaming, because they somehow this is also a thing, like with the year or two ago with the Bitcoin boom, when all the graphics cards were like suddenly $1 billion, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, new gen for consoles, here's our new one and it's way cheaper.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Well, so,
I feel like that.
I will say this is probably due to the pandemic. What were researchers doing when this all started? They were buying new graphics processing for their supercomputers to help figure things out. Like, that's the first thing he starts off with, is the researchers using their cards. And what are they're buying tons of them. So Nvidia's just making a ton of money now. And they're like, okay, well, now we can just, put these out for lower prices because we've already made our money worth and more.
Yeah, and it also has a lot to do with the fact that they were able to shrink the processor size down to I think it was 8 nanometers or something like that. And essentially, when they partnered with Samsung's manufacturing them, they're a lot smaller. They can manufacture more of them in a shorter period of time. So they said they cost less.
Yo, real talk. Somebody's about to get a 2080 for a gift, because I'm gonna have to upgrade like a.
You know where that's going.
Right here.
Right here. Brandon, you don't even come over and hang out.
Yeah, because these Johns look fierce, bro. Like Brandon just said, I was expecting, because I didn't fully look at what they looked like. Like, I've seen like pictures, but I didn't realize how small they were comparatively. Like, I'm looking at mine now, and I'm like, that would look real nice.
I mean, the cards themselves are still large, but the processing unit chip on it is small.
The 3090, when my man pulled it out of the oven, and it was like as big as his fucking arm.
Yeah, so now I know where you were getting those numbers from. They showed that chart of the price of like a card versus like how the power. And the 2080 Ti is like 1200 right now.
The
3080, which is only 7, is triple that. So that might have been where you were getting that price.
Yeah, I think I just went to the far end of the grid, and then I went, oh, I read that wrong. Which, again, that just would make me upset. If I just bought or when did the Ti come out for the 2080? I don't know when that came out.
Like a year or two ago?
Yeah, not even
a year. If I bought that shit a year ago, and now I can get something that's like 50% better for like $400 or $500 cheaper, I'd be like, bruh. Like that Reddit thing I sent you guys summed it all up. Like, how much can I resell a 2080 Ti for?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's the date? Oh, September 1st? Not much. Like, it's just, they're just useless now. Like, it's just like, bro, it's just, that's crazy. But it's great and annoying at the same time. It's great for anyone trying to get a new computer, or just wants to upgrade and didn't buy one before 3 days ago. And it's great because how powerful they are, but it's also dickish if you bought one recently.
The other thing that's going to be crazy is like in the conference, they talked about like these 360 hertz monitors.
Yeah.
How
Those are going to be insane, bro.
Yeah, like the 240 hertz, the 240 hertz Omen is like $5,000.
Yeah, like I was gonna upgrade one of my monitors for Cyberpunk, and I was like, all right, bet. There was a little ignorance here. I was like, I want to get a 4K monitor that's 144 hertz, bro. It doesn't exist. It's like $9,000.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, so I was like, I pretty much got to get a 4K monitor or one with the high,
right,
and that's it.
That's
all I got.
Is these cards have like, if you have a high refresh rate monitor, because for like esports. Your card will like natively set itself for esports, so it'll shoot to get you the most frames at like maybe it'll shoot to not have a good quality, but you're gonna get the most frames the whole time. So that's also really interesting because like I know that my G-Sync monitor is what helps boost my frames. It's not, and my card is nice at it too, but the fact that the card will also be in there helping at the same point as my monitor to make sure I'm sitting at the most frames per second I can have is
it's crazy. So cliff notes, awesome if you're for PC gaming as a whole, awesome if you're about to upgrade a card. If you bought a card within the last I'd say 6 months, you should be furious. But
and then if you want, what should you do if you're like, man, I really want to upgrade my graphics card, but these new next gen consoles are coming out? What do you choose?
You're buying a graphics card.
You're buying a graphics card.
You're buying a graphics card.
Agreed.
For sure. The last thing is the 8K demo on the 3090 that they did. Bonkers.
Control, which is a high graphics game running 8K 60 frames per second.
Gross.
Yeah, but you gotta buy the extra edition for that. You won't get that out of the game. You gotta buy the
add-on.
You gotta buy the add-on.
Oh yeah.
And then buy the upgrade to the 2020 control
with the season pass.
And then the DLC for the 8K game.
And that's just 3 missions.
Hey, Control, the Ultimate Edition is $30
expensive.
right now on
Shut
Steam.
up! Shut up!
Yeah, but does that have the 8K DLC?
Yeah, you
It
that afterwards.
it's the Ultimate Collection.
Yeah. All right, speedrun. Speedrun. Phil,
Yeah, tell us about your boyfriend Rafa here.
Yeah. How's your boyfriend, Phil?
Rafa's so hot. What? Oh no. So it's like a day or two ago. Bethesda and the guys over at id gave out their information on the Quake Champions 2020-2021 Quake Pro League details with over $500,000 in prizing. So they give you out a bracket. They have their set. I think it's 24 players in this Pro League. They're going to have different stages like they just did, but then the big thing is they have this challengers thing where you can play in these like online open qualifiers and make your way into the Quake Pro League and compete with the actual pros. The biggest thing though is that if you come in last, if you lose a match, you get $50.
Yeah.
If you win, you get $150. If you come in dead last place, 24th, you still get $1,000 for each stage finals. So they're playing, online, multiple matches a week, online. You're making money. You go to these stage 1 finals, which are they want to do it in person. They have things for doing with the pandemic. They can't. It's going to be online, but they're trying to figure that out. If you come in dead last place and probably don't even win a game at this stage at these finals, you still go home with $1,000.
I could at least get last.
Yeah, I can definitely get last.
I feel like I could at least get last.
That'd be pretty easy.
So,
but cool.
Yeah, they're really doubling down into this, which I think is awesome. I love Quake. I watched a bunch of the QuakeCon and the Quake World Championship, and it's very, it's a high speed, a very smart game. You have to understand a lot about the game and its mechanics to be at a top level.
Weird flex, but okay.
And you can cheer on Phil live in September when he plays the tournament.
Smart people play quick, is what a lot of them say.
Nice. Cool.
But yeah, the big thing is that we see a lot of pro game like FPS games are all these team based. This is a 1v1 thing where you don't have another teammate to fall back on if you're not playing well that day. If you mess up, it's your fault. So these guys walk in with a lot of pressure. And then Rafa won the world championship 2 months after his fiance passed away. We still love you, Rafa.
Cool. All right, yeah. Quake. Woo. All right, No Man's Sky developers, real quick, just a speed run thing. They're making a new game. There's nothing known about it, but they are making a new game. Let's see if they make the full game this time, and not take 4 years to kind of make the game.
Remember that the guy who made No Man's Sky was by himself until he got bought out by, I think it was Microsoft or something.
Microsoft bought him.
I don't care.
And the minute Microsoft bought it,
I don't care.
They immediately shipped it out.
I don't care.
Okay, I'm just saying. Don't charge make a game like he was.
I wouldn't make the game and charge $60 for it. I'd be like, hey, the game's not ready yet.
It wasn't his fault. He got bought out.
Josh, all right. So tell me, Josh, if you're sitting at home doing your thing, hold on, and you're working up this nice shit, right? And Microsoft comes over and goes, okay, I'll give you $1,000 if you give me that and let me sell it. What do you do?
Poop. My doo-doo.
Yeah. It's not finished yet.
I'd be like, can you let me
still in your body?
It's still in my body. This is a terrible analogy.
What you have to do is pinch
not
it off.
You have to pinch it off, sell it to a stranger, and then maybe you'll be able to finish your shit later on.
If somebody walked in and goes, "Are you done shitting?" I'm like, "Nah."
How about, all right,
let me get what you got. $1,000. I go reach in there.
Why didn't we just use a baby analogy? Like, would you rather
just use an art analogy for Brandon? Brandon's doing a drawing. He's half done. Somebody goes, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000 for that half done drawing." Brandon goes, "Bet." And then they go, "Look at this art from Brandon Scribner." Everyone's like, "Oh, it looks like ass." And Brandon's like, "No, it's not done yet." That'd be a way better analogy. Still,
I mean, that is what happened.
I don't care. The game was stupid and it made me angry.
Y'all sound tilted.
Moving on, No Man's Sky supporters. 2 quick things to know. Warner Brothers DC Fandom Part 2 is September 12th, so that is next week at 1 p.m. DC, they broke it up into 2 little pieces. We might get some Injustice 3 news. That's really the only game thing left they didn't talk about. But if you're just a comic fan or movie fan and DC stuff, I don't think they're going to show much for movies anymore. I think they did all that, but Injustice 3 would be cool. Next PAX Online is also September 12th. Watch it, love it, and breathe it in. And that's it for speedrun. There's not a lot of speedrun this week. There was like 3 things.
Wow.
Next we got games coming out this week, dog. I'm changing the segment.
Games coming out this week, dog.
Yeah, I'm changing it. There's not too many. There's a couple good ones though. We got Airy and the Secret of the Seasons. That's not one of them, but hey, comes out on PC, PS4, Xbox, and the Switch September 1st. This one I probably will get eventually. Crusader Kings 3 came out September 1st.
Amazing reviews.
It looks really good. You got Elder Scrolls Online, the DLC that came out like a month ago, but is now out on PS4 and Xbox. You got Evergate on PC September 1st. Hitman 1 and 2, like the newer Hitman versions, came out to Stadia, which still apparently exists, September 1st. You got MX versus ATV All Out for the Switch, September 1st. You got Super Bomberman R Online for the Stadia, September 1st. I didn't know the Stadia still existed. You got Cookout, A Sandwich Tale for PC and VR, September 3rd. That's today. Today we got Spellbreak for PC, Xbox, and PS4. If you want to just avatar it up, it'd be cool. You got Diabolical on PC, September 3rd. You got WRC 9. I don't know what that is. I'm curious now. For PC, PS4, and Xbox, September 3rd. You got The Coma 2, Vicious Sisters.
Whoa.
That sounds fun.
It's a survival horror type of game, like
makes sense.
The first one. No.
The first one.
Rally Championship.
Outlast type of games.
Y'all talked over each other. But yeah, that game comes out September 3rd or 4th. That's tomorrow. You got Dairyman Story Seasons coming out for PS4 tomorrow. The big boy, you got Marvel's Avengers. That does come out tomorrow for everything. All the things. Minus Switch, actually. I lied. No Switch. You got Paradise Killer coming out to PC and Switch September 4th. And last but not least, Tony Hawk, Skater Pro 1 and 2, PS4, Xbox, PC. I mean, I feel like the highlights got to be Crusader Kings, Diabolical. No, I'm kidding. Crusader Kings, Marvel Avengers,
really good.
and Tony Hawk. I'm definitely gonna get Crusader Kings eventually. You know, are any of us getting Avengers besides Siege? Because you know he's getting that shit.
Nah.
It's not something that I think is high on my list to get right now. I think eventually I'll pick it up, but
Yeah.
at the moment.
I've watched a bunch of it. Literally, I watched on Twitch, trying to think, yesterday. I watched somebody play Thor, and it was literally just them throwing the hammer and then waiting for it to come back. Throwing the hammer, and then I switched to the guy who was playing Cap. Guess what he was doing? Throwing his shield and waiting for it to come back. Throwing his shield. It's just like, fuck that.
Yeah, it doesn't really tickle my fancy. But yeah, Phil, hit us with this Tony Hawk cheat code.
So, in light of Tony Hawk,
It's not even the flying cheat. Fuck. That's the best one when you flew.
Listen, motherfucker.
Continue, Phil.
Fuck me, right?
I'll interrupt you.
For this Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for the PS1, we might be giving video of the HD version, which is fine because they still seem to work.
Which isn't super HD though.
Make it the HD. But this is for the skinny skater. You just pause the game, hold L1.
That's offensive, first of all.
And you press a lot of buttons, so I'm not gonna say it out loud. You can look it up online. But then, no, it's like X 4 times square, X 4 times square, X 4 times square. I guess that wasn't that long.
Yeah.
But,
nope. I looked at it and I was like,
didn't take that long at all, actually.
and then big head mode, you'll pause the game, hold L1 while you're pressing square, circle, up, left, left. I used to always play these old ones in big head mode because it was fun.
No, let me hit you with the strat. You play the Tony Hawk tag, and then you put the cheat code in where you can fly. And
then that person can't hit. Okay.
No. Both people do it.
Oh, both people do it. Okay.
Did any of you play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3?
Oh yeah.
Probably. I don't remember.
Absolutely.
So there was I think it was a map similar to like the main like air hangar map where you can like kind of fly and jump out into an extra area, but there's a boat out there.
Yeah.
My brother and I found a spot where if you go up and you do and you spin and you do a grab move, you'll get stuck in the air and you can just spin and you can just max out the points. And as you land, you'll essentially unlock enough points to unlock everybody in the game.
That sounds about right.
Fucking
There was a lot of things like that in that game. But... All right, boys, let's wrap this up. There's a lot of good stuff we playing. I got a lot of new things I'm playing, but we'll go in order. It looks like Phil, Justin, Brandon, and then myself.
You normally start, but I'll go.
Oh, I mean, I'll start. I'm gonna fuck. I was just looking at the order of the stream.
That's yeah. So what am I playing? So I'm still playing Baldur's Gate 1 on the PS4.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Brandon's hype over
Brandon's
here.
so hype.
All right, Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, Quake Champions, Apex every now and then with y'all's. So a little Valorant. I played about once a week, and that's
like 2 games once a week.
all I can tolerate. But then today with Spellbreak, we played a bunch of that. Really, it's really fun. And then Diabolical, they decided that instead of doing their open beta, which is going to be on August 31 a few days back, they're like, screw it, we're fully releasing it, and it plays super smooth, super fun. It is a Quake Unreal Tournament type of arena shooter, and I played it earlier, and it was a blast.
Nice. Is it Diabolical?
Diabolical.
There's this mode where your teams are on rounds, and you're trying to kill the other team before they can respawn. When the other team has one little bot left, the announcer goes egg hunt, because you're little eggheads. That's what you're called.
All these offensive terms.
Kind of
That's crazy. All right, Justin.
We've been playing some Apex. Brandon on screen obviously is already hyped. Played one round of this, and it's not bad. Spellbreak's not bad. It's going to take a little bit to get used to.
It's different.
And Wastelands 3, which is fantastic. Absolutely great game. And Josh needs to play it more so we can do our co-op campaign.
Yeah,
But he's too busy.
I mean, hey, you always get ahead of me in the story, and then you're like, all right, let's skip everything. I'm like,
I'm
but Justin,
not even ahead.
I've never heard of this before.
Lovers
You
quarrel.
are way ahead of me.
Maybe, I don't know.
I was farther than you in the beginning because I did the tutorial and it was like explore the base. And you're like, I didn't even do that. I walked right out.
I just left and started smacking people up in the wasteland. It was fun. But all right, Brandon, show your clip.
All right, let's go. All right, we're gonna start this back. So this was today. This was just a little bit ago. This was our third game. Phil and I won 4 games in a row, I think.
It was 3 in a row. That one.
Oh yeah, 3 in a row, and then
You came in second place, and then
I just yeet this man with this rock from way downtown.
I did critical hit him in the face. So that was
Oh my god.
I've had a lot of fun. This is really different. It gets really crazy when there's multiple teams all trying to kill each other. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm gonna play some of it. Next time we have a group of 3 because they don't have duos out quite yet. And then we're gonna play some Diabolical. But
noise.
What have you been playing, Josh?
But yeah, another thing that's really fun about, cool about this game is that, say, acid. Someone uses an acid spell. You can use fire and explode it. They're mixing the spells. But go ahead, Josh.
No, I was just joking. I don't care.
No, fuck you.
I don't care. I just thought it was funny. He's like, "What are you doing, Josh?" One more thing. It was just
hey,
funny.
Kanye dress. Josh, I'm gonna let you finish in a minute, but oh no.
Yeah, be gone. No, I'm playing the same. I'm playing the same as y'all. Really, the Warhammer DLC just came out today for 3 Kingdoms. Dynasty Warriors Warhammer, dope. Bought it, played it for like an hour. It's fire. Wastelanders 3, like Justin said, insane. Y'all gotta buy it. It's hilarious. The amount of customization and the amount of stuff you can do is just bonkers. That's it for new games. I still gotta beat Ghost of Tsushima. I've been playing it a little bit, but so many new games are coming out. I'm getting pushed back for it, but that's mainly it. I'm playing some Apex with y'all. And this Spellbreak game was fun. I guess it was alright, but it's free, so yeah. Any closing deets that we want to close off with?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Y'all can check us definitely next week. We'll just probably do our live reactions of the Ubisoft event.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. We'll just do Ubisoft.
Yeah, maybe some cliff notes, anything else. But yeah, let us know what you think about the Ubisoft event. Like, what are you excited for? What you just don't care about? If you care about the S edition of the new Xbox, if they show it, and what of the Mario showcase did you care about? Like, what was the number one thing you wanted from that? Or if there was something they missed, like if there was a Mario game you wanted remastered that they were just like, nah. But I feel like at this point they did all of them, but we'll see. But yeah, that wraps it up unless you guys want to end on anything or say anything.
No,
Phil,
man.
What do you want to say? Say it.
Absolutely nothing.
All right, well, we'll leave it at that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Check us out, episode 31 next week. We'll be going over the Ubisoft event. Check us out on YouTube. Comment, subscribe, all that shit. Yeah. We love you.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Jeremy. Thanks, guys.
Jeremy.
Jeff.
Yo, I'm dyslexic today. I can't read.
Public education. Later.
Bye.